VIP member today. Yes,
Yeah,
you should do that.
absolutely should. I mean, if you're already watching this right now, you definitely are on our Patreon. If you're not, you should be because you can get this shit like days early and live right after we record the main show.
I know, right? Like, how much better can you get? Like, you can't get much earlier access than live.
Then literally live like 4 or 5 days earlier.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And we're glad to have you here on Shotcast Saturday because today on the show, why don't you tell everybody what we're going to be having a little listen to there, Mr. Caputo?
Well, I mean, since we are covering some walking papers on Monday's show, sorry, Tuesday's show. Why am I saying Monday? I feel like so
We used to be on Monday.
we did the Mondays and we did Sunday. We've been all over the place. We only stick to the back half of the week, which is interesting. I know. But yes, because next week's show we are going back to some walking papers. I figured why not cover some of the new stuff that Duff released. He's released like another 2-song EP just because he's Duff and he does it for shits. So one of them's an original song, I believe,
Because
and
we
this one
haven't suffered enough.
that is absolutely true. But yeah, apparently he also released a cover, another David Bowie cover. Remember years ago we covered his version of "Cracked Actor," which was
Oh,
actually pretty
yeah.
decent. That was one of the bonus tracks on the Japanese version of "Believe in Me." And this time around, he's covered pretty much one of David Bowie's like classics, heroes. So this week we're going to take a look, see how Duff handles the source material here, and see what he does with it.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting day today on Shotcast Saturday.
We could either get
And
something decent, or we could suffer miserably. I don't know. There's no in between. Not as much with Duff.
yeah, we don't have a clue either, so what it's going to be. So, anyway, with that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shotcast Saturday. And by the way, if you haven't already, be sure to go check out Monday's episode where we review Double Talk and Jive. And we have a great interview with Junior Solus of the Skullbusters, not just Victim.
Formerly a victim.
Yeah. It's like, you think, I mean, he's not here now, but,
Yeah.
you think you meet a guy, you might want to lead with that.
Yeah, what the heck, man? Well, we knew him because of the whole us, covering that
Yeah,
music
that
video,
Victim.
Victim, and then drop that stuff, and I was like, oh shit, he's still in
Oh, yeah.
business, he's still doing work, so good for him.
And he's with a really good band, too, man.
Yeah,
I was like, oh shit. Cause see, I thought when he said Skullbusters, in my back of my head, I was thinking, oh, they don't know there's already a band called the Skullbusters. And then he
yeah,
started talking about the band, and I'm like, wait a minute, that sounds like the real band. Are you talking? And then I kept on listening. I was like, oh shit! And then I looked it
it
up
is that
while he
band.
was talking. I was like, oh, it is the real Skullbusters. So I was like, well, shit, man, you could have led with that. Just think of how differently the line of questioning might have been. I mean,
Mhm.
anyway, I have to save something for next time because I'm going to tell you we're gonna have another conversation with him. I'm sure in the future, hopefully. And great dude, man. Like I said, I've talked to him several times since getting in contact with him the first time. Great conversation, man. He's a great conversation, and he never treats like I said, that interview with an hour, I think it was, and some
We got
change.
an hour out of him, yeah, an hour,
That's
an
the
hour and 15 almost, I think.
Yeah, that's the shortest time I've ever been on the phone with Junior.
Damn.
So, yeah, he's got a lot of great stories. Too much, so much shit we didn't even get to cover it all. So,
Mhm.
yeah, we'll definitely have to get him back in the future. But for now, we're gonna check out Heroes from Duff McKagan. So hopefully, this better be good, Duff.
Come on.
I always like as soon as a Duff song starts, if it's got like the first riff is an acoustic riff, I immediately my butthole puckers up and I'm like,
You're more
oh,
likely fucked.
ah, shit. Well, let's see what we get because I have not heard this yet. I'm
Neither have
coming.
I.
I'm coming in
We're
completely blind.
we're both going in first listen on this cover, so
Yeah. So this is one of those what the kids would say. We're reacting.
Woo!
See, if we review it, nobody will watch it. If we react to it,
Oh
everybody
yeah.
will.
Before we get sued for using the word react
Oh,
or something. Didn't those assholes try and trademark the word react?
yeah, I think that blew up in their face, and they weren't.
Stupid idiots.
Yeah, I think it killed their channel.
Yeah, fuck you, Fine Brothers.
Serves you right.
Exactly.
They do make good videos though. I watch those shits all the time. Old people reacting to like heavy metal and shit. Come on, that's great.
Yeah, like teens react to whatever. I'm just like, wow, you kids actually know some good music. Not.
See, what I don't like about that format is it's so lazy because they just hit play and they get their reaction. At least when I did it to my grandmother, we made a game out of
Yeah, exactly.
it. All right, let's listen to Heroes. Let's do it. I'm immediately a lot more interested than I was before I hit play.
Did someone make a Stick song out of this? What the fuck?
Oh, it does sound like Stick, or it kind of sounds like
I thought he's covering David Bowie, not Mr. Roboto.
Oh man, it does kind of sound like Stick.
But it does sound interesting. It sounds like very like prog, like space age.
Yeah.
You know, you can imagine like the ship flying through and this like sick ass guitar riff is coming in. I was like, oh shit.
War. Funny, like Susan, and then I don't even know.
Susan.
Susan, blah, 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 blah,
Just sending a message to her via telegram. Like Morse code.
That's actually the exact telegram sent from the Titanic. Blah, 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 shit, blah, 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 we hit an iceberg. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh my god.
Stop. Yeah, it's like we hit iceberg. Stop. Brakes didn't work right. Stop. Real cold now. Stop. Be nice if you get here. Blah, 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 blah. Pretty quick.
God. We did.
It's looking like a lot of water. I actually saw a thing on the Titanic the other day. If they would have hit it head on, the ship would have survived. Like a few hundred people would have died, and it would have been a tragedy still.
Yeah.
But a lot less people would have died had they just hit it head on and said fuck it.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't have took on the water it took on, because it wouldn't have gashed all the way down the side.
Yeah.
And it would have and those waterproof doors would have came down like they were supposed to, and would have kept it floating until help could get there. They wouldn't have been able to finish the trip, and they would have still had to have been evacuated by another thing, but they would have survived if they'd have just hit that fucking iceberg head on and been done with it. The more you know.
The more you know.
Hail, hail.
Redbone.
Listen to that bass line. Don't you feel right? You hear it?
A little bit. I mean, wow. Now the Swedes are coming in on this.
They're not Swedish. They're Native
Redbone
American.
are Swedish.
They're Native American.
Or they covered that song was originally made by like Swedish people or something.
Maybe, but Redbone are Native American, dude. They wear the feathers. Let's see. I'm Googling.
Oh, so that one guy from the Village People's in there then.
I'm going to put Redbone band nationality just to make it fair. I don't know. They might be native Swedens for all I know. Okay. Redbone is an American rock band with members of Mexican American and Native American heritage.
Okay. No, you know what I was thinking of? I was thinking of Blue Suede for some reason.
Oh, I didn't know this. The band's name.
Yeah.
The band's name comes from the Cajun term for a mixed race person. Wow, now.
Oh. Yeah. Sorry, because I was thinking of another song from that fucking Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack, and that's, Blue Suede, the Swedish guy doing Hook on Feeling. That's what I was thinking of. I'm like, oh, this other iconic song, some old shit. Now people love it.
Yeah,
Hooked on a Feeling, also made famous by David Hasselhoff. So.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
We have watched that in our archives on a music.
Oh my god, that's fucked.
You know something though, Redbone, the song "Come and Get Your Love" has been out since the 70s, and they did not release a music video till like 4 or 5 years ago. I think it was maybe even less than that. The
Mhm.
music video is very, very new, but they have finally put out an official music video to "Come and Get Your Love." Because what they used to play as the music video was a live performance. That because back when MTV first started, all the people that had already been a thing and all the
Mhm.
songs that were already hits were always just live performances.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but they actually have put together a very good. We need to do that one day, maybe on 420. Let's plan that. Next
Ooh.
420, let's you and me do a whole show where all we do is smoke weed and watch the music video to "Come and Get Your Love" by Redbone. And I
I'm down.
guarantee that would be great. We get on here, we get stoned because it is how to watch it. But anyway, let's hit play and let's listen to Heroes some more.
Yeah, let's get into more of this.
Let's get into some of this.
Yeah.
We're not even a tenth of the way done. Bum, 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 bum. What's the matter with your head? I'm sorry, now that I've heard it, dude, that guitar is just so distracting. Now all I'm hearing is like, "Come and
It's
get your love."
infectious, man, of course. Rightfully so.
I'm sorry, I gotta get a quick palate cleanser to quit thinking about "Come and Get Your Love" for a second. Hang on. Alright, that did it. Oh, yeah, much better. It sounds like some of that shit that would've came out in the '90s, like, "Sucker love a box I choose, no other box
Yeah,
I."
it's like his, like, 90s alt rock version,
Yeah, like,
I
I could
guess.
see I could see this, like, if I'm maybe not from the same band, but if you bought one of those, now that's what I call whatever music compilations off TV, I
Yeah.
I can see this being on the same compilation album as "Sucker Love Is Heaven Sent," na 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 na, Placebo, that was the name of that band.
Oh, there we go, yeah.
I had to think for a minute.
Sounds familiar, I remember that. I think I've heard that name
Every
before.
me and every you. I think that's the hook. I don't remember nothing else of it.
Something along those lines.
Yeah. I wish you would too with that wife of yours. Hell, even if my girlfriend didn't do it, I'd bring a stand in. He
Oh
won't
my
know the difference.
goodness. Mhm.
Hi, this is my girlfriend, Chris Caputo. Uh,
What?
all right, we're Susan. Let's get this trade underway. Sorry
Mhm.
for what you're gonna have to do, Chris. you told me, you told me we were going to Seattle. You told me we were going to go see Rancid. Well, it's about to get pretty rancid for you.
No, I'm gonna take you to the stand-in for Seattle that they always shoot movies in. It's just, across the border in Vancouver. So there
oh
you go.
yeah,
Close enough.
yeah.
Or also
Uh,
stand in for Chicago at times too, which is like
oh
pretty
yeah,
weird, you know.
yeah. I love how when people say they're going to move to Canada, what they mean is Vancouver, Toronto, and what's the other one?
The other big thing is like Montreal or like Quebec City. That's it.
Oh, I say I've never
Those
heard of
are
Quebec City.
that's in Quebec. It's like the other, I think it's the capital there. But like Montreal is more like the touristy place.
See, Canada is to countries what the air in a bag of potato chips is. Like, like it looks really big,
Oh my god.
but then when you crack it open and you look inside, they're all right here at the bottom. Like,
Yeah, we're all literally pocketed into like 3 cities that are like right the fucking
so
bottom.
why even fuck with claiming this land and territory?
I don't know, stupidity, that's why.
Like,
We need to start branching out more and like just open a fucking Walmart in like somewhere up super north in Ontario. People will flock there.
Oh wow, there's more. I've read somewhere there's more wilderness in the Americas than there is in like some of the biggest jungles. I don't know. I know more deserts in in of the Americas. I think there's more desert land than there is in like maybe in the Middle East.
Oh, interesting.
Well, like wilderness desert. I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah.
I read that fucking thing years ago. I don't remember what I read that on. It could be bullshit anyway.
Exactly.
Like the dolphins, like dolphins can swim.
At this point, I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
I do have the lyrics if you want.
Well, let's get to where I suspect a chorus is. Let's get at least to the halfway point. If we don't hear anything that sounds like a chorus, we'll go into lyrics. Yeah, you keep swinging. All right, I'm going to pause it for a minute because that sounds like a good spot to get some lyrics in.
All right. I'll start from the top, like the first verse here. I will be king, and you will be queen. Though nothing will drive them away, we can beat them just for one day. And I wish I could swim like the dolphins, like dolphins can swim. Though nothing will keep us together, we can beat them forever and ever. Oh, we can be heroes just for one day.
Okay. I don't know. It's making me think of a video game. It's making me think of oh man, Red Dead, the guy that can't swim. I can't remember his name.
I don't remember.
When you beat the game and you switch characters.
Oh, John Marston?
Yeah.
Yeah.
John
the guy from the original Red Dead, from the first one.
Oh, is
back
he?
in the second one. Yeah. That was the first one is about his story. The second one's a prequel.
I did not know that. More you know, I guess. I didn't. Yeah, I've not. It was a good thing I played 2 first then, because I don't know if I want to see when you got a game like that that's so fucking good on the sequel, and you start with the sequel. It's going to be hard to go back to those shitty graphics of the first one and all the shit you can't do that they fixed.
Oh, they like remastered the first one. I think it's like out like on like modern consoles at least now. I think.
Oh, maybe. So. Oh, might be worth a check out if it's cheap enough, because I'm pretty satisfied with Red Dead 2, so I don't want to pay $40 for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I might pay 10.
Yeah, wait for a nice sale. That's it.
Yeah, there we go. Free on a PlayStation monthly.
Could be, yeah, maybe one of those. Eventually.
That's how I got Final Fantasy.
Hell yeah, man.
Kind of sounds a little ELO inspired, also.
A little bit. Weirdly, also reminds me of when Nirvana covered David Bowie, "The Man Who Sold the World." At least the guitars remind me of that.
Okay, I'm still hearing "Come and Get Your Love," man. Like, it's gone back.
The bass line is definitely heavy in there, but then this is Duff McKagan. He's known for his heavy bass lines. So.
Oh yeah.
This is okay. I don't think it's horrible. Then again, like,
no, I'm not hating it.
I feel like Duff McKagan's put his own like sort of '90s alt rock spin on this Bowie song. So
yeah,
I'd have to compare the originals like back to back or whatever, but still,
I'm not that interested because I'm not a Bowie fan. Boom, 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 boom. Oh man, we're getting into some political stuff now. We're getting into some serious discussion here. Are
Somewhat, you
we?
could say. Even though the original was like from God knows how many years ago.
Oh, so no telling what the hell it's about.
Actually, I can give you some. Oh, it's from the original's from like 1990, so that's like many years ago.
Oh, homie,
Um,
that ain't that many years ago.
that's my friend. That's like 30 plus years ago, dude.
I hate to break it to you, bro. That's not all that many. I remember what I was doing in 1990. Actually, I remember 1990 specifically because
Mhm.
that was the year I went to Head Start before kindergarten.
Mhm.
And that was also the year that I learned about the concept of a year.
Oh.
Because the first time I learned what a year was, the year was 1990. And then I just had to remember it from then. Before
It
then, I
goes up
didn't
by
know.
one.
Before then, I didn't know what fucking year it was. So didn't know years were a thing. How fun life was back then. Anyway, let's hit play.
And we kissed as though nothing could fall. And the shade fell on the other side.
Who are these? Who else is playing with him? Like, is it just Duff playing everything, or
I don't know. Like I'm not seeing any musicians or anything credited on this, so
hmm,
I'm
could
not
be?
too sure. But let me
I wonder who
see.
the
Like, I
I wonder who
wonder
the
if
background singers are.
we'll see. I'll see if anything pops up on like Spotify or something,
Okay.
or I have to look up somewhere else.
Forever and ever. Then we could be heroes. Just for one day.
It'd be funny if the girl voices were also Duff, and he was just running that through a some kind of voice modulator.
Oh,
So you
jeez.
you just see Duff McKagan in his home studio. Ah, I wouldn't be against it. Whatever, if it worked.
Then we could be heroes. Just for one day.
And we got that Mars Attacks outro.
Mhm.
Back. Yeah.
No, that's it. This is short. The original here is like 6 minutes long. This is a lot shorter.
Don't tempt us. Don't tempt him, Chris. Now
Nah,
Don't-
maybe live he plays it longer. Who knows?
that's okay. If you're in the room with him, he can play it as long as he wants till I get bored.
Yeah, you willingly paid a ticket, so there you go.
Yeah, don't tempt him. We'll have to be back in a couple of weeks. Why don't you guys do the extended version now? But I
Fuck
don't know,
off.
man. That was actually pretty good. I mean, especially for Duff not featuring anybody song. I mean,
Yeah, I couldn't find anything else. All I find is, it's David Bowie and Brian Eno song. So there you go.
okay.
They're the writers on it, so that's all I can find on it. I don't know who played what on whatever. So
Yeah, that's all that matters. We got the intel we needed, and
pretty
we've
much.
covered it. And so let's talk about it. How you
Yeah,
want to do this? You want to go first?
I'll let you go first.
Let me go first. All right.
Yeah.
Well, it had that. I couldn't get past. I'll say, in a way, it's kind of a criticism, even though it ain't much of a criticism to say that. For me, the whole "come and get your love" bass was very distracting. Once I heard it, I did my best not to hear it, and I tried to ignore it, but I found myself ignoring that more than I was listening to anything else. Once I heard the "come and get your love" riff, that was all I could hear, man. And but I mean, it was not a bad riff, and it's not a bad song. I mean, I don't mind the electronical shit in my music. I
Mm.
don't have a problem with it at all. Head East. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. It kind of reminds me.
Ah. Yeah.
a heady "Save My Life, I'm Going Down for the Last Time."
Mhm.
Actually, that song's called "Never Been Any Reason," but you know what I mean. It's got that that digital sounding keyboard solo in there,
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, like
It's
got
kind
like
of
your guitar or some new wave shit or whatever.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me in a way that I could see that being on a compilation album with this as well. And that's not bad because I don't hate that kind of music. I actually quite enjoy. I actually quite enjoyed this as much as
Mhm.
we talked through it and everything and made fun
Yeah.
of it. I mean,
Especially like I heard even like people on our Discord were like shitting on this. I was like, well, then again, I haven't heard the original by David Bowie in like fucking forever, so I have
yeah,
to compare it to that. But like pretty okay just off the first listen.
yeah, I didn't have a problem with it. I'll give it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I was gonna go along the same lines too. I mean, like, um, it's a fine song. It's pretty cool. It's like a very it give me like that like 90s alt rock vibe, like mid to late 90s, kind of before everything just turned to butt and it was like, post grunge. Like it's just pretty good. I don't mind it. Maybe I'd listen to it here and there, like a few more times, but like it's okay. It's some serviceable Duff stuff. I think when he does covers, I think he does a pretty respectable job. Like, owing to the artist. I mean, going back to those couple Japanese exclusive covers that he did on his first solo album. And when he covered David Bowie, that time was really good. When he covered Prince, even that was a really good cover. Really like that one.
Oh yeah,
And I think he does the same stuff. I think he's very respectable of the source material and of the art, especially these artists that like I know he's a big fan of and he's inspired by as well. He definitely, I feel like he doesn't like disrespect the work here. He actually respects the work, and it's comes out pretty decent. So I would go give it a 3 out of 5 as well.
yeah. Well, what did you think? Let us know in the comment section below if you're watching on YouTube. For everybody else, head over on to gunsandradio.com and get your invite into our Discord where you can leave your thoughts on and continue the conversation on Heroes by Duff McKagan or anything else you want. And we'll be looking forward to seeing you there. Be sure to come back on Tuesday when we're going to be
Tuesday.
checking out some walking papers. I don't remember the song.
Hang on, let me look up again.
Yeah,
There
I
we go.
mean,
Right in front of me. That's where it was.
right in
Aha!
front of me. We're gonna
Could have
write
had a
that.
V8, you bitch.
I know, man. As you get older, you forget shit. That's my experience, anyway. That's going to be my excuse because it's a good one. But right in front of me by Walking Papers is going to be the song we're listening to on the main show on Tuesday. So be sure to come back on Tuesday and check that out. And until then, I'm Dustin Bones.
And I'm Chris Caputo. See you guys Tuesday. Another edition of Guns and Radio coming at you live here on YouTube. Until then, guys, stay safe and peace.